Or my reward, I should say. All right, here we go. One more.
Oh, you know what? We seem to have forgotten the match.
And looks
Jorian
like
is playing Sean right now.
Just
Jorian has
oh
picked.
my goodness, really? A part of me just died.
So here we are in Star Trek.
I claim
Sorry.
no fault. I
Versus Sean
came in
Grant.
late.
Oh,
I was told.
You had bad information. I'm sorry, and I did all that build-up about how Jorian clawed his way all the way back to the finals, but he's still got some work to do. Oh, that's right, because the cab's still out waiting to take Sean to the.
I think he finally sent that off.
I think that's why Sean was sitting in the corner, shaking his head and glaring at us for the last 30 minutes.
And as soon as
Well, one thing's for sure, this is
We appreciate the fact.
ice Trent even more, you know.
Yeah, we appreciate the fact that nobody has texted us or told us that we're wrong. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we really appreciate that, and also Kiefer, really thanks for mentioning the bladder thing, because up until now I was I had fooled myself, but I'm going to take a moment here, but I'm going to put Mini Me in my place to hopefully say something intelligent to help out while I'm.
Enjoy your trip to Flushing Meadows.
That's a good one. I will be
Joshua
back in just a
Henderson
moment.
leaving the building after some fantastic play.
Great play today, Josh.
Congratulations, Josh. Good job.
It's like a receiving line at the at a wedding. Every player, when they leave, they came over and say hi and goodbye, and it'd be cool if they could all sing a song.
Yeah,
So
earlier
long,
in the day,
farewell.
everybody's all frowns, and then towards the end, it's a little more smiles.
Yeah, you get over the.
Right after the disappointment,
all
the
the
sting of disappointment has left
what's
you.
the inflection point? How far? You got to go 2-2, or maybe 3-2.
Once you had the opportunity to win at least 2 matches, then you're smiling. Yes.
Yeah, 1-2, you got a bitter taste.
No, you're the drunk old uncle.
And
You're
the
angry.
0-2 is just never got
Maybe
started.
the ball stuck in the pop bumpers here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. Pretty common spot for the ball to get stuck.
The Starship Enterprise is going to come swoop in and.
Oh, look at that!
There it goes.
Through the magic of ball search. Nice.
Yeah, if he hadn't kept hitting the flippers, it would have happened a lot sooner. Ooh.
Little brick on his mode start.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. That wasn't
that
pretty,
was,
but
that
it
was
was
on
good.
the fly a little bit even.
Neuro.
Right. Looks like he's going for the double stack again. Although he faked us out last time because then he played this mode and then he went for the super ramps right away anyway. Oh, looks like that was nice. He pulled
lighting
off
his
the,
lock. Smartly.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how late this game has been tilting all weekend. So
I know, it really
gives
fakes
you
you out.
that,
It's like,
gives you that.
oh, I got it. Ah.
Yeah, it gives you a couple milliseconds to think that you got away with it, and then no, you're done.
Yep.
Yeah, all these games set up with 1 tilt warning.
Yeah, but you know it's pretty fair. It's a lenient enough tilt. You know, it's not the touch tilt that we've seen in some tournaments, and you know, I don't know. It feels good to me. You know, it doesn't feel like a
Yeah, I mean
rip-off.
when we're seeing,
I'm definitely seeing skillful saves and
some
the
pretty
occasional
big scores.
dramatic saves, and you know, it's been a good mix.
Certainly makes those danger no tilt saves all the sweeter.
And we are being joined on the microphone now by Bowen Cairns,
Hi.
Papa TV mainstay.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, Bowen?
Terrific. I was able to stretch out a little bit there. Long delay between the match I had between myself and Trent earlier.
We primed everybody up for the final between Jorian and Trent, and now we're watching the match between Jorian and Sean.
So you've already written me off. So I'm definitely losing.
Yeah,
to
we
Jorian,
forgot
is that
about
what
you
you're saying?
too, unfortunately.
If he plays like he played in that last round, I think you're absolutely right.
So what do you?
It's nice to see this Final Four. Sean is playing very strongly.
Mm-hmm.
Jorian is just plowing through people. I don't know how many matches he must have won now in losers brackets.
Well, yeah, he had the double bye and lost his first round, and has been in the losers bracket ever since.
Just crushing.
So, do you get iced in a situation like this, Bowen, or do you manage to just keep yourself loose and still into it?
I think once you get on the machine,
It all comes back.
pretty quickly. Comes back. At least I'm hopeful that will happen. Otherwise, it will be a fast elimination. I tend to just kind of walk up to the machine and just start, so that I'm not thinking about situation.
It's just all automatic.
Worry, just play much more automatic that way. You're like, ball.
I think Sean got the same ball stuck as Jorian just did.
Well,
right on the edge of the right pop bumper and the rubber up there. All he has to do is wait for ball search and it'll be fine.
I've seen this as a fairly common problem on Star Trek.
I've seen it a lot. I mean, yeah, it gets stuck up there a lot. I've seen it too.
Coming up
this is it's not quite catching this time.
Oh, interesting.
Looks like they're gonna open it up.
Of course, the Papa rule being that Sean should wait for 4 ball searches before it becomes a stuck ball.
Yeah, I don't even know where that rule came from, but is it? I think certain machines used to have different layers of ball search, right?
Was there scientific testing,
I can tell you, for example, on Stern games, the 4th ball search will empty out any locked balls. In an effort that you can use those balls to unstick, the stuck
the chase ball.
Kind of. The chase ball came after that. It was, after, if you didn't have any balls locked, then it would launch a ball into the plunger lane and shoot that one out. And, if that one got it unstuck, then great. Otherwise, at that point, it kind of depends on the era of game. There's a lot of different things that can happen at that point.
Yeah, I've noticed that with the kickers. Like I have on my Simpsons, it kicks up from the garage. It doesn't kick well. It'll just kick normally a few times, and then it goes into this chaos mode or something where it just starts firing, kicking like boom, 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 boom.
It does do that, and that's because you have the possibility of getting multiple balls in there. Like if you put all 5 balls in there, it's impossible for the game to clear it out without doing that. Doing
the rapid fire juggle.
Yeah.
Chaos.
It's the same thing the popper on the hand and Johnny Mnemonic will do if it's disabled.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, the game tries its best to keep it out of there, but.
So I noticed just now, Sean let the ball go past the upper flipper, coming down from the bumpers.
Yeah, we haven't seen that a whole lot. Most people have been taking pot shots either at the ramp or the lock targets.
I think it's often a really good choice to do what Sean did there. And get
I
the ball
agree.
into
I'm
a
just
nice
saying we haven't really seen it that much.
live catch situation.
Or even do the semi drop catch where you kind of drop the flipper as the ball is coming down there. Look, John got the ball up there too from the loop, hold up the flipper combo.
So he seems to be playing nerd mode pretty well here.
Yeah, got a few value shots. I assume you'll shoot the left shot here for the ball lock / end mode / mode start combo.
Can you say a little more about his decisions on the modes and the order in which he's playing them and why he might be doing that?
Well, I don't fully know the particular order, but what we do like to see people do is set up 2 3 in a row collects like he's done here. So he's got the top 2 and the bottom 2, and now when he plays Save the Enterprise, which is the bottom right mode, you'll get 2 super modes, the super ramps and the super spinner. And it's based. Those points are based on how well you do during how many shots you make, basically. And choose better than one, right?
And if Sean were to just complete a single row first, he wouldn't have the option to do that as he plays other modes.
Yeah, that's what I like to do with the upper flipper there too. Just hold it up and let it bang into those lock targets. I don't have to worry about it so much.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think he was going for a away team there.
Oh.
Which, I don't think he was at the end of the mode yet, right? So that was a Galactic event one.
That's right. He's set
Is
up,
that one?
though.
Is that one the top lanes one, as I recall?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So 4 modes down, and you can see Jorian playing basically the same way that Sean was.
I picked my mode slightly differently, but I don't think it matters as long as you pick the same 4 to set up the Enterprise. Although, since spinner and pops are really about the same thing, it's just a matter of whether you want the ball in the bumpers or whether you want to shoot the spinner over and over again.
I like spinners.
Yeah, most people seem to prefer that combination.
The thing I like about the spinner is that you're in control over ending it. If
Yeah.
with the bumpers, you might get 20 bumpers, but then you might get 1 bumper the next time, and having to hit 100 bumpers to finish the super mode.
Do we know if the spinner is doubleable or not? Has that ever worked out? Because the bumpers, I don't think are even possible to do.
I believe the spinner does not double, even if the loop itself is doubled, because the spinner is not considered to be a loop shot.
That's kind of what I thought. Yeah.
So the only one that really does get doubled is the
ramps.
The ramps for super ramps.
And the side ramp can get doubled.
Super ramps is
Double.
definitely the most valuable.
Well, the side ramp scores double the normal value anyway. And then if you shoot it, for example, on a orbit or side ramp combo, then it's effectively 4x the value.
And there it is again, stuck in the same spot. So, Kaylee, I don't know if you've had the chance to talk about your victory at Papa 17 yet. Have you talked about that on the mic?
No, I don't think so. As
World champion, Kaylee George.
Yeah. We've got here playing in front of us the reigning IFPA world champion, Jorian Engelbrektsson. And, he's also been a Papa champion, as well as yourself, Bowen. And, it's something you're never sure how many opportunities we'll get the chance to try out for it. And this year, things just happened to fall in my favor.
That was some really clutch play by you on those 3 games in the finals. It was real impressive. Obviously,
perhaps
great
2 out of the 3. I think Alien Star went belly up. Although if I had to choose a game for that to happen on, I guess that's a good one.
I don't enjoy going belly up on Alien Star.
Oh, it's such a good game.
It is a great game, and great choice to put that. I haven't really seen that in any tournaments. It was a new Papa acquisition.
We've really seen a great increase in variety in general.
But one thing I've seen over the years recently is that a lot of games that are kind of one-trick ponies have been getting weeded out of tournaments, and I think that there's certainly something to be said for games where players are required to do the thing. And of course, in that game, it's to alley pass to the right and bash the spinner at full value. And I think that makes for some really exciting play.
Yeah, so even though there's only one trick to the game, it was a really difficult trick.
Yeah, it's a trick
and
that...
a clutch trick.
Yeah, it really requires a very high level of skill.
Super skill. So he's got the double stack for the super modes. Super ramps is running. Super spinner's running.
Jorian trying to get
locked.
Playing on multiball is lit now.
He's
virtual
kickback.
And we have John Rapogel coming on the microphone here. And I will take a leave of absence for now.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Thanks, Kaylee.
All right, click on multiball. He's wailing on some jackpots and his super ramps at the same time.
Yeah, this is a very valuable way to pick up a lot of points in a hurry.
Yep.
There is also an add-a-ball available by completing the red targets and then hitting the red matter shot.
Target, yeah.
Black hole in the back near the ship.
Super jackpot lit. So now the best play here is probably to shoot. He doesn't have a really good shot. Ideally, you'd want to shoot a ramp and then
make a combo out of this.
Combo it for the double super.
Hi guys.
How you doing, John?
Oh, all right. Actually, if I got into the Elwyn where I had 2 balls on the left flipper, I might actually decide to just try to do card maneuvers all day long.
Jorian has been doing a lot of that, especially during I want to say like Vengeance victory laps and stuff like that. Maybe even Kobayashi Maru. I've seen him. We've seen him loop out quite a bit. I don't know if there's a particular reason other than that. They get to be worth a lot of points pretty quick. And Kobayashi, depending on how you're doing, isn't necessarily worth all that much. But he's been playing the modes pretty well, so he'll get some pretty good value out of this one.
I'm starting to adopt the theory that getting the 9.9 is the part of any good game at this point.
Yeah, you did that earlier during your 100 million point game.
It's just something I focus on a lot. It's not that I'm super accurate on the ramp. It's just I will sit around and just pound on those ramps.
Right.
Especially when their super ramps are lit.
The value of that ramp on combos and the higher the warp goes is extremely high. And it's actually, I like it a lot because you're being rewarded for something that's extremely difficult to pull off.
Right.
When you're talking about getting to warp 9.9, you're talking about making that tiny ramp 18 times during the game.
Mm-hmm.
And you should be rewarded for that. In the earliest versions of the Star Trek software, there was only a fairly small amount of points being given away for that. Players decided they wouldn't even try to shoot it because it wasn't worth it, even though it's a very fun, difficult shot. If it's not worth points, it's not worth it in the competition.
Right.
Now, oh boy, at warp 9, you get double scoring. Look at this. Look at this. Oh.
He just gave up. I guess he wanted to cash in the double scoring. I mean, he stopped specifically at warp 9.
Yeah, so you can see here he was actively avoiding. What's he doing?
I don't know. Maybe he wants to go for double modes. Of course, it doesn't say that it's running now, so
I would probably not cash in that either 9.1 or 9.9 until you have a multi-ball set up. But I don't know. I'm just not as good as Jorian.
He hasn't played Vengeance yet, right? I mean, maybe they save him for that.
Well, the one thing we can all agree on, this is an active choice by him.
Oh, yeah. He's very specifically stopped just short of it.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever make the active choice to shoot that ramp 6 times in a row like crazy and then say, nah, you know what, nah. Well, mostly because I'm not going to shoot that ramp 6 times in a row.
Because here, he's going to have to shoot that to progress this mode. So, there it goes.
There it is. Double scoring has begun.
Right.
Still an interesting choice. More time? Oh, no, bonus multiplier.
Bonus. 5 million for that combo. So that's double. It's double value
doubled
because
and doubled,
it was made as a combo, but it's also during double scoring. So I think he's maybe knowing that Prime Directive 2, which is where he is now, is a very high-scoring board.
There it is.
There's that attempted backhand. Come on, man, make that.
Oh, too late.
Just short. What a ball.
All right, he's got to restart the mode for one shot. So one thing to point out, though, is that modes are a lot easier to start now in this version of Star Trek, which I think is for the better.
Absolutely.
So I have to beat one of these players? Is that I have to beat whoever wins this? Oh, man.
Well, we talked about it a fair amount earlier. Jorian is obviously putting on a school for playing everything out. I personally am the timeout everything on level 1 school.
Actually, I think I was more Jorian school before watching you play today, Keith.
Was he a timeouter?
No, I was a play it guy, even more so.
Oh, I see.
But now I sort of started trying a different variant after I watched you play it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah, you're right. It's better to take those level 2 modes into those multi-balls. So I would try to do one multi-ball before the first Kobayashi, either Klingon or Vengeance. I don't care which.
Yep.
And then save the second one for afterwards.
Right.
At least if it's going to be a good game. You can feel that pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, you just need the points and, got to cash in your multi-balls, but...
So what was that, another 9.5 million there, and now the mode is going to be completed?
Yeah. You're just coming up one shot short each time. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a bummer. But, you can't complain with how he's shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, another
Good out there.
Good save. Now, is he going to cash this in, or is he going to? Okay. I thought he might.
I
mean, these modes are way harder than level 1s. So it's kind of, I can't really blame him for just wanting to get to super ramps on level 2.
I equate super ramps level 2 with really hard setup Spider-Man when you say I'm going to cash out by trying just to get the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
That's sort of the theory behind that.
One interesting piece about Save the Enterprise 2 is that it is untimed, where many of the other level 2 modes are still on timers.
Oh, wow, that was a bad drain.
What do you mean by that, Bowen?
This mode does not have a timer on it, like the 30-second timer. The other mode, the first 2 we saw,
So
Space Jump 2 and Prime Directive 2. So Save the Enterprise 2 can run as long as necessary until the shots are made.
Oh, wow.
So
interesting. I wonder if that's a mistake or something planned.
I don't know. It would appear I would seem to be on purpose because there was just no timer displayed on the screen, and I've had the mode continue for quite a while.
Yeah, I guess at this iteration of the code, you'd expect that if that was a mistake, it probably would have been fixed by now.
I don't think it's a mistake. I think it's an active choice by the programmers to try and make the modes appreciably different from one another. And unfortunately, some bad luck there
and it
for
would have
Sean.
been noticed by now. So if it was a mistake,
Yeah, there are other modes that are untimed too. So not all the modes have timers. What would be your mindset here, going into ball 3 with a big lead like this for Jorian?
Yes.
From my perspective, I guess it's just cashing out the mode. I mean, you're not really close to anything else. I mean, maybe did he not play the first one? Oh, interesting. Kind of forgot about that. So now he's playing Vengeance Multiball.
So we're at ball 3. So Jorian's making a
He got the double magnet.
a shift, and now he's going for that sort of that cash out. He's going to hopefully complete his Save the Enterprise here, and then go into super ramps for really ridiculous amounts of points.
Yeah, this is actually. I mean, this whole plan, the entire game here is basically planned. Not necessarily just to get to here, but he has a plan in mind for the whole game from start to finish, and it's being
executed
followed
it almost flawlessly so far.
It's all leading up to really. This is really the big event. These super ramps could be worth up to
Probably
80
1.5
million points.
What?
Oh, is that with the supposed 16x multiplier and all that?
No. I'm not even talking about that. Watch. Look, 4.6.
0.6 million.
So the base value is 2.3.
Yeah, and
Right.
there are the second super ramps is 15 shots instead of 10, by the way. So this is actually 15 shots times as he makes these shots this way.
Oh, yeah.
And he just added a
He
ball.
just added a
He's
ball.
in double scoring.
Double
9.8
scoring.
He already has
million.
all 4 balls out.
9.2.
So
9.2.
And watch his score. Look what just happened. It just
Yeah.
exploded into the nether sphere. A Saturn V rocket took off with
he's
Jorian's
made
score on
100
board.
million this ball so far.
Did this actually happen? I mean, I'm looking at it, but I can't believe this happened.
It's borderline insane.
This-
Again, a perfectly executed plan.
Oh my God.
He reloaded his virtual kickback too.
Well, that's what you're excited by when he's making 9.2 million ram shots over and over and over again. I'm sorry.
Well, how
for you,
much can
sir.
you say? It's like, okay.
Only
Yeah,
2.3 million for those. Whatever.
Oh, and by the way, we haven't even bothered, playing Vengeance yet. Oh,
That's
a
coming
rough
back
one.
though.
Oh,
It's not. What's up with that? Well, anyway,
that is an astounding ball.
the
He just beat the top qualifying score too.
oh my goodness, the A bomb has been dropped in Game 1 here of the 3-game series between Papa World Champion Jorian Engelbrektsson and Sean Grant from New York City. Sean stepping up with 193 million to go. But it's Game 1. You can get crushed in Game 1 and still win the 2 out of 3, no problem.
I spent a lot of time over the past year talking with Sean about what his mindset is when he gets into situations like this. And he really handles this stuff very well, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's staying calm. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah, I mean his
no-
focus level is just as high as it was a couple hours ago.
Mm-hmm. But he's one of the old guard. I think we mentioned it earlier. You know, he's been competing a long time, like a lot of us. Over 20 years easily.
I don't like to call him part of the old guard because that means so are we. At least Keith and I.
Yeah, we talked about it a couple times, starting out and how we played in the early 90s and stuff like that. And yeah, it's interesting to think how long ago it was, certainly.
So what do you do if you're up against a player and you realize that you cannot do some of the things that other player is doing? Like watching Jorian make 7 ramps back to back, and you're just like, I cannot do that.
Actually, that question brings up an interesting story about Jorian. At the IFPA World Championships this year, I think one of the final games, I don't know if it was the final or whatever, was Keith Elwin versus Jorian Engelbrektsson on Paragon.
Oh, he tilted. Oh, my God.
No. There was no tilt that came up on the screen.
I saw a tilt on the screen.
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah, it was after the words "addaball." It was. Yeah.
I mean, he clearly tilted. I mean, it wasn't obvious that he shook the machine, but it was absolutely a tilt. He's in a little bit of a weird situation. Well, there are times when display effects come up at the wrong time. And, again, this is a really, really technical explanation, but, they set priority levels, for display effects and stuff like that sometimes.
Right.
And there's a lot of display effects in Star Trek that are forced to be really, really high. Things like Vengeance Battle and that kind of thing. And in order to get the effect of the black hole to show up, it has to be really, really high as well. And it's possible that effect was set to be a higher priority than tilt, which is extraordinarily unusual, but definitely a bug that could happen.
I can't see from my current vantage point, but was he actually shaking the machine at that time?
It wasn't obvious that he was, but
it wasn't. It was certainly not obvious to me.
Yeah, it was reported to us that they could see the danger being given.
Wow, so the danger showed up?
There is a warning given before the tilt.
Wow, but that's still
the addaball display interrupted in the middle, and then the tilt display was on screen briefly, only briefly, but
I think it was just a weird situation where partially where the black hole effect was just too higher than it probably needed to be.
Well, Keith, I guess I'm not going to argue with you over the
order
of operation of the display effects.
How do you know about the order in which display effects appear or any of that?
Well, no one, other than that, other than me, is going to know about stuff like that. I mean, earlier we had a really technical explanation about why the extra ball probably wasn't doubled, and then we verified, in fact, that it wasn't doubled. So,
And once again, we are here in Chicago, Illinois, and we're watching the Expo flip-off finals. We're getting close to the finals at this point.
Yeah, this is the final four versus basically the eliminated player will be fourth between Sean Grant and Jorian Engelbrektsson. That player, the winner, will go on to face me for third place.
Who are you?
Bowen Cairns.
Oh, hi, Bowen.
So I'm going to get some hardware here today. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, those are cool trophies. Have we actually shown those on camera?
I hope we can get them on camera. These are the these.
Actually, we had a little bit of a sneak
bring
peek
over a couple
during
of.
It looks like Brian's going to bring a couple over for us to take a look at.
Bring me the third place trophy because that appears to be the most likely outcome.
Don't grab all of them at once, Brian. Oh my goodness, just bring two. Bring two.
Oh my
thank you.
God, they're all going to die.
I mean, this is actually the work of Angela Drobka. She's doing her own little trophy factory, so I'll give her short props for that. She told me that she's going to have a booth at the. Actually, let's put it down towards the camera there. She said she's going to have a booth at the Replay Effects Festival.
Excellent.
And so she's going to be able to show off her wares. And thank you, Brian. Vanna.
That's the trophy for B Division winner. Who was the B Division winner? Brian.
Brian died. That's
right
Brian's
here.
trophy.
That was Brian's trophy, showing it off
Hey,
for
Brian.
us.
Brian, do you think that's the coolest trophy there?
They were all very nice.
It's a pretty good trophy right there, and now, you know, if somebody gets in your way, you can just tell them to talk to the hand.
I want a trophy that says "Talk to the Head." Actually, oh yeah,
That's the Talking Dead.
Talking Dead.
That's the show that comes on after Walking Dead, right? The Hardwick, Chris Hardwick show.
This has been Sean's primary pick for most of the times he's gotten a pick.
He's put up a lot of big scores on it too. So obviously, for that he's continuing with that.
One thing interesting to me here about this as a game choice for Sean is he knows certain machines that he's played a lot of really, really well. And yet here he is picking a game that is essentially brand new for everyone. I mean, that puts all players in equal footing, but it also surprises me because there are probably other games that Sean just knows inside and out. But he very likely has as good or better game knowledge about Walking Dead than anyone right now. And he's played it a lot with success.
Yeah, he's obviously latched on to something that's working for him, whatever that is.
Right. So on the run-up to prison multi-ball, the player can shoot the red shots to kill walkers. And just a bad luck drain there off of the side of the Wes Welker toy. Walker, sorry.
We talked about about it earlier. The shooting the shots is definitely preferable to shooting the head that usually pops out of the doors, but the doors have been disabled in this game, so that's why you're not seeing the head right now. And the reason is the head was having a lot of difficulties registering, and so the game, in this case, actually plays far better with the doors disabled and being able to shoot the just the doors themselves and not the guy behind them.
Let me ask you guys, what's your initial impressions on on if this is going to be a good machine for Stern or not?
Well, I'm going to recuse myself from this
actually,
conversation.
Bowen, let me direct this question to you.
So it's been interesting to see some of the reactions in online comments have been that they're concerned about the lack of visible rules, and I can't disagree more with that. There are pretty clear rules in place. There's a lot of the style of Monster Bash in this game, with the collection of you've got instruments of destruction, I suppose, instead of instruments, along with the concept of shooting the prison is basically acting like the Frankenstein, and then you shoot the other shots to award jackpots with the potential for a super. And I've seen this with a lot of Lyman Sheets program games where the initial release has very strong details in the programming, but maybe not all the details in the choreography and visibility of those rules are there. People had the same complaints about Metallica, even though the earliest Metallica still had all those nice rules around the collection of hurry-ups and the lights around the playfield. It's great that even this earliest version has all that stuff buried into it. That was a really nasty drain. With
that's the first time I've seen that.
Over.
I'll add that even I can be accused of that, of having the details and not the explanation and stuff like that. It's not a.
Nobody's ever accused you of that. At least not where you can be heard.
I know it's out there.
So we will be spending the next 20 minutes discussing the Horse of a Different Color rules and options that are available to the player on that.
Well, what if we actually get to see Woodbury this time? The only person who's lit it so far was Daniele, and he just plunged it immediately.
Actually, I had a really weird theory that I still haven't gotten to try out, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen it yet this weekend. Is Woodbury an Attaball?
I don't. I've
Maybe.
never seen that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I have not yet found an add-a-ball in any of the multi-balls. But if
I
there
mean,
were
there's
to
not
be,
really a mystery award per se.
if there
in
were
this
to be
game.
one, it might be Woodbury.
Yeah, that's the only real choice probably. I mean, it's the only thing that really has a mystery award, I think, doesn't it? Yeah. Though mostly, at least in tournament mode, it's just points.
I mean, actually, my first thought process would have been that the tower would have been an add-a-ball position.
Yeah. They use that for double scoring instead, though. Having some slight technical difficulties here at the moment. In the meantime, we'll continue to watch Jorian. He's got Bicycle Girl running the left ramp, and just started Prison Multiball. Now, Bicycle Girl, I believe you just start by shooting the left ramp several times, and then it's a hurry up that you can collect over and over again on the left ramp.
You light Bicycle Girl by collecting 5 walkers.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
And then you can just shoot that shot over and over again.
It's limited. There's only a certain number of shots. I forget if it's 4 or 5. But once you make it the 4th or 5th time, it stops, and you're rewarded with one of the instruments of destruction. I think that's been my impression. It's definitely something where I would want to spend a couple of days with it on location to get a feel for it overall. This is a nice stack here.
This is the ideal match play situation right here, I think.
Yeah, he's brought in. He really needs to get his double scoring going. That would be the icing on the cake.
It is. As soon as you said that, he started the double scoring. And both multi-balls running. He's got the Super Elwin with 2 balls on each flipper. Interesting choice there. I might have taken him off the right instead of the left.
One thing we've never really done is discuss in detail the rules of the multi-balls in this game.
Yeah, so the prison multi-ball is very much like Frankenstein multi-ball for Monster Bash. If you hit the center shot, it's kind of reversed actually. So if you hit the prison shot, it will tell you that the next walker you kill is double jackpot instead of a single jackpot.
Okay.
So in Frankenstein, in Monster Bash, every shot you made would score a minor jackpot, but then double or triple the super that you collected Frank. So imagine that backwards, where shooting the prison increases the value of the walkers.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you shoot a walker, you'll get 500,000 or $1 million or $1.5 million, depending on whether it's single, double, triple.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That had to happen.
But you can also couple that with the in-lane X that you earn from killing walkers. And so that double or triple can actually be 4x, 6x. It's potentially unlimited. We saw there was a picture online of Keith Elwin collecting an 18x award.
Oh my God!
By having double playfield going and killing enough walkers to get the multiplier up to 9.
What was that worth?
It was 19 million. It was a mode shot.
Wow.
So yeah, we talked about the X rule a little bit and how the it's kind of like World Poker Tour's triple scoring, except you can keep increasing it by further shots.
Right.
It's basically a one-shot deal, though. Whenever you cash it in, that's the ultimate.
Yeah. So it's an interesting variation on the tripler, because you could get in Poker Tour you could get multiple triplers built up and go triple, triple, triple on consecutive shots. Here you get
it's all built into one giant risk reward.
And so you better make that count, or I guess you don't get another one until you kill more walkers and it's back to 2x.
I like both of those for different reasons. I mean, I guess they're both good. They just play completely different.
That's one thing I really enjoy about some of the programming work by you, Keith, as well as Lyman and now Jack Benson, and really everyone has their style and their creativity involved. But
You'd think there would only be so many ways to program a pinball machine with rules or something like that. Meanwhile, Jorian has one.
So you had asked a question earlier, and you'd said, what do you do if you get up to a machine and you know you can't do what the other player just did? And I started saying something, and something really interesting happened.
Were you going to say, look, it's about to happen to you?
No. I watched a match played between Jorian and Keith Elwin during the IFPA Championships.
Jorian 1, isn't this ball 3?
What?
I thought this was ball 3. I don't know. Maybe not.
I know. Now you have me questioning it. It's possible he's just playing it for practice because he may not have played it that much.
Good point.
But
it's not done very often, but players certainly have the option of playing out their game.
Yes, it is true. Jorian has one, and so I'll be leaving the mic now to try and beat down the Juggernaut.
All right, good luck, Bowen.
Anyways.
Right, so, back to the story for the third time.
So Jorian was playing Keith, and Keith is a master of the tap pass. They were playing Paragon.
Okay.
Jorian doesn't use a tap pass.
Yeah.
As far as I know, he never uses it. And so while Keith was sitting on Paragon on the left flipper, he was doing a little tap pass over to the right to shoot the drop targets. At the same time, Jorian had to find a way to get it over there. So he tried first post passing, which is a typical, if you can't tap pass, try to post pass.
Right.
He couldn't do it. It just didn't work on that particular Paragon. So at that point, he actually, so I might have given up and just started shooting for waterfalls or something if I couldn't do the tap pass and I couldn't do the post pass. But no, he actually started tapping the ball up his flipper and then backhanding the drop targets.
Oh, nice.